What is going on? I'm Zedmont. I've done something a little bit wonky. If you're listening to that background audio, you'll notice that I have put the Beach Mystery music back into Boom Beach. That music was the holiday-themed stuff they had back in 2017. They have not given us a new Beach Mystery this year. Maybe next year. I will be petitioning for that. Now, you can't get the Beach Mystery unless you already have it, unfortunately. You need to go back to 2017 with your time machine to get it if you don't have it. So the Boom Beach boom boxes will be coming back, I believe, in March. So do watch this channel. Consider liking, subscribing, throwing creator code ZMOT in your box, and that I'll make sure to let you know if and when they are available. Anyways, we are going to jump into warships. My warships have taken a turn, definitely gone backwards, but starting to move forwards. You see, I was losing. I was just trying to force Seekers down everyone's throat. Not a mental image that anyone wants to have, let's be honest. But I have made a little bit of progress with my tech tree. Went and got that Shock Blaster. The reason for the Shock Blaster was to get the troop damage. Sitting there with all of the troop damage now. I do wish they showed you all of the stats. Like when you're scouting, you see your opponents, but you can't see your own, unfortunately. But if we have a look here, you can see that we're at 100% troop health plus 100% troop damage. Easiest way to check is just by looking at your troops. With 100%, it takes all the math out of it, thankfully. I kind of wish they had a node that would give reserve size. That would be a neat node to add to warships. Obviously, instant training people would get the boost because they wouldn't need to unlock that node, perhaps, so maybe not the best idea. But back to the tech tree, went and got Rocket Choppas. They seem to be the way to win, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Like Blackwing's base, for example. Look at this base. It is 100. No, this is not the base I wanted to show you. Yes, we beat that base. I might have just shown you their replay instead of my replay. Yeah, look at this. They are just fully set up for that frontal lobotomy of all of the rifle and melons and things, and we just go around the outside, as a song once said, and easy with Rocket Choppas, just cruising around the outside, and a lot of bases are set up like this. I have been using 2 boats as Seekers when necessary, but this base definitely not one of those. So just cruising on through, using all of our barrage towards the end. So that is that win. Let's go against Capo. Same sort of time, like 2:26 is not a bad time, and just cruising along here. And you'll see, I mentioned I was using Seekers on some instances. Here they come, seeking around the, I was going to say sneaking, but seeking around the outside. And just using our shock on that shock launcher. They've got enough health that they don't need any more health than shocking the shock, as Ben, Tim, and Nick at Night used to say. Speaking of time machine, I guess that was before 2017, probably. You'll notice that I've turned off the game audio. I've just got the Christmas music going. Happy Beachmas to all of you out there on the internets. We're going to quickly scroll through this. I will be doing somewhat of a Christmas special. Hoping to do a live stream between all of my traveling to family and things. Ooh, this looks like it could be a fantastic hit with heavy choppas, and it also could end up being awful. So I am just going to go for it. We are going to go for broke. Need to drop the Rocket Choppas a little bit later than our heavy Choppas because they are faster, but this whole right-hand side, like just mines become an absolute mockery when it comes to heavy Choppas and Rocket Choppas. And I gotta say, I really do hope that when and if the Vampire Zookas come back, they come back with the flying ability. How cool would it be to have a troop that has the flying ability, not just a helicopter that has the flying ability? Just my 2 cents. Now, those rocket launchers do all sorts of damage to our Rocket Choppas, but hopefully they're going to back up in a second here. As soon as they run out of things that are in range, they back up a little bit, and then they should get themselves out of those rocket launchers. So My kids absolutely love it when it comes to attacking rocket launchers with rocket choppas, or even with barrage, they say, giving it a taste of their own medicine. So that is what we are going to be trying to do right about now. We've got smoke, actually. I have yet to use smoke with rocket choppas, but just trying to get into this back corner, shocking the Doom Cannon and the Boom Cannon. That middle... what is that called? That middle engine room going to be a bit of a problem, most definitely. But I think, look at that. See how they get out of the way? They completely and utterly save themselves and put themselves out of harm's way, which is fantastic. Now, if one of our heavy choppas ends up going down like it just did, that actually helps us out. We get a little bit more distraction from those heavies, but just not really feeling it like we're going to have enough energy here. Probably should be using a barrage to get that engine room down so our troops will move a little bit forwards. It's going to be a close one, folks. Probably going to lose here. Like I said, going for broke with all of the troops forward. As soon as that heavy choppa goes down, we are about to lose. Now, speaking of Christmas, be a good person and just retreat. Don't waste the other opponent's time. Sure, you can sit there and be a jerk, but no satisfaction from that. Win streak lost. Win streaks always get lost as soon as I start recording. Just a little bit different than sitting on the couch versus sitting at the desk with the wireless. Yeah, it's just not as easy, to be honest, but it was also meant to happen because I'm not terribly good with these troops quite yet. It will come with a little bit of time, but I think I can sneak Seekers over to there, then hopefully sneak them underneath that Sky Shield. Now, is that the best play? I don't really, I mean, if I bring my troops into this area, I can just clean all of the things. I think that's probably the best call. Might even be silly to use Seekers at all, but I feel like getting that front engine room right there is worth it. So that's what we're going to do. Here is the problem. I always make a mistake at this point. I drop too many troops, so I am going to go something like this, just dropping them one by absolute one, using our smoke. Now, I only have level 1 smoke. In almost every season of Warships, level 1 smoke is the answer. And so hoping, yeah, our Seekers actually went in the right direction. That is a perfect drop. Now, they just sit in the blind spot of, was not paying attention. Already lost 2 rocket choppas. That is the problem that I have right now, just not paying enough attention. See, like, if I was playing, not recording, there's no way I would have zoomed in on that right-hand side, but it ends up just costing me all of my rocket choppas. So we are going to be going way slower than we would be if we wouldn't have zoomed in on that right-hand side just to see what was happening with those Seekers. But we're still doing fairly okay. Got rid of the clutch far right-hand side engine room, which is going to make a world of difference for us. So as soon as this engine room goes down, I'm going to cut back into this neighborhood right about here. And nothing should be able to range us there, so should be able to just full-on free snipe that engine room, and then we'll come back to that back right-hand side and hopefully pull out a win. If we can pull out a win with only 2 working rocket choppas, it'll be absolutely no, it's not going to happen. So figured maybe, just maybe, we could pull some sort of miracle out, some sort of Christmas miracle, as they say, but it looks like it is not meant to be. So heavy choppas getting there ahead of the rocket choppas, which is perfect. And now just need to flare that right there, getting all of our troops onto that engine room. Tiniest little bit poking out. Not gonna be a win, but at least we can get all the engine rooms. Just trying to show you a couple different hits, and when you don't have enough rocket choppas to do enough damage, there's no chance of winning. So starting a whole different streak right here, right now. Not the one you're hoping for, but let's move our troops out of the way of that flamethrower and then flare right about there. So definitely need to do a little... just absolute silliness. Rocket choppas liked... as we barrage all of our Zookas as well, but shouldn't be a big deal. So, just not good. Now, there was another outage today. Brawl Stars was down. I think Clash Royale was down. AWS just not having a good time at the moment. If you don't know what AWS is, that is Amazon's infrastructure. And that is where all of Supercell's games appear to be hosted. So the entire internet was down, though. Like, it was just lots and lots of things broken. So speaking of Brawl Stars, if you're looking for a club, do hit me up. Okay, this should be a win. This should be an easy, easy win. Those two right-hand sides, we are going to go... I'm going to do a split. This is going to be one of those things where this is either going to be awesome or it's going to be terrible, and chances are I'd put my money on terrible, but you just got to try these sorts of things. So as soon as this engine room's down, we're going to drop our Seekers so they can get over to that right-hand side. And in the meantime, we're just going to have to be very, very, very patient, and I am not good at patience whatsoever. So I am going to be just hanging on for dear life, waiting for the first instant when we can actually get our Seekers going, trying to get that boom cannon right there a little bit gone, because otherwise we're going to struggle a little bit with getting our rocket choppas into the right position, and off go the Seekers. And now we're going to flare right into about here. Why? I don't really have much of a plan, but just trying to get all of our troops into the middle-ish. And now all of those Seekers on that right-hand side should be absolutely, absolutely magical. Shouldn't have to worry about any of our other troops, so we are going to focus on those dudes. We're going to drop our shock right about there, and then we're going to drop a shock in behind as well, hoping to get all of the engine room that is underneath that back sky shield. Just weird, all sorts of different strategies happening. And I gotta say, this tech tree is fantastic for that. There is all sorts of different strategies that are working this season. So incredibly balanced, and it's getting difficult. It's getting harder and harder to pull out some wins. So hopefully you guys have not parked yet, and if you have, good for you. Let me know where you parked. Titan Joiner, I believe we have... I wonder if they're a woodworker, or... if you're Titan Joiner, let me know where that name comes from. Anytime I see a name like that, it makes me very curious as to what the background story is. But on 7 engine rooms, this back right engine room is so clutch. That is the MVP of 7 engine rooms. So if you're struggling with that right engine room, you can flare into this sort of area with heavy choppa, with rocket choppa. Come on, pulling out the win. Whew. There's nothing like doing a video and having 0 wins. So we're going to do one more, because we're not quite at the 15-minute mark, trying to get that 15-minute, slightly longer video, but not too long. Weird. Trying to hit that sweet spot is difficult. But anyways, it is the Christmas season. Hopefully we can get one more win. You know, if you've been on any of my videos in the past, you know that I hate ending a video on a loss. But I think we're about to run up against that time limit. So here goes nothing. I assume this is going to be a 6 engine room base. Yes, it is. Same sort of thing, like sending those Seekers for that far right-hand corner. That is going to save us a bunch of time. Not a ton of time, but... or we could send it for the left as well, but the left has a shock launcher. Let's just check the range of that shock launcher. Yep, we're going to send our Seekers off to that right, and then we'll just bring all of our troops over into here. 1, 2, 3... oh, come on, 3, 4... smoke into there. We're going to drop all of our troops over into here, and then hopefully get all of our dudes in around and have them back the heck up, because that boom cannon is just waiting to feast on some of our troops. We've already lost 1 rocket choppa. Of course we've lost 1 rocket choppa, but now things start to spread out a little bit more as we drop our right hand side. Oh, just so not good. Trying desperately to get all of our troops in there and trying not to lose rocket choppas. That grappler actually doing us a little bit of a favor, distracting that boom cannon. And now we should be all good as our Seekers on that right-hand side take care of business. Uh-oh. Rocket choppa in danger. Let's get back into here. Just so many things trying to kill our troops. And speaking of killing our troops, boom surprises take out Seekers so quickly. It always surprises me. Boom surprises me just so bad. Anyways, we are not looking good here, folks. Need those heavies and that heavy choppa to start moving a little bit. I feel like the grappler is actually helping us. I have yet to see a grappler do terribly well this season, but if you're getting success from the grappler, please do let me know, because I would love to hear what it is about the grappler that's doing well, because it is not going to grab flying troops. It is going to distract. It ends up distracting your boom cannons, I feel like. And in come all of our troops, hoping, I kind of want one of our heavy choppas to go down, but at the same time, I feel like I need some melons here. Not going to get a good enough time. So I am still learning with the heavy choppas and rocket choppas this season. In seasons past, I've done far, far better. Lots of work needed, though. So if you have some tips for heavy choppas and rocket choppas, do let me know. I feel like I have given you a few tips. If you can send some back my way, it will be most appreciated. As that one rocket choppa goes to town on that engine room, come on, heavies. There we go. Heavies getting out front. Let's drop a med kit on them since we've got nothing else to do with our gunboat energy. And just a reminder that we still have the tiniest, slimmest chance of winning, because I spend more time talking than I should to start an attack. I still see people commenting saying how broken Warships is because they finish before their opponent, but then they lose. Remember, it's when your attack starts, not when your opponent's attack. So we ended up still 15 minutes behind. Kozumo, way down to Kozumo. A little bit of Beach Boys there, I do believe. That is all for me, though. I'm going to end this video on a losing streak, or losing note, simply because we've got the Christmas music in the background, and I've got notes playing in the background, and losing notes, and trying to do some sort of terribly formed segue. By the way, all of you putting code ZMOT into your creator codes helps me get rid of all of these ridiculous shards. I spend upwards of 200 diamonds every single day converting these into powder. Wish we could convert crystals, to be completely honest. But anyways, that is all for me. As per always, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thanks for coming in. I'm ZMOT. Peace.